Good evening, good night, good morning, good day, depending on what part of the world you're joining us from. My name is Mike Green. I'm coming to you live from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho today, corporate headquarters for Leafit Inc. and iGrow Network. We are here to share information with you tonight. We've got Ron Pope, our CEO of iGrow Network, on the line with us. And I'm going to turn it over to Ron, but not before I say thank you once again. You never cease to amaze me, Ron. I used to think I could work until my eyeballs were bleeding, but I think you can work until your eyeballs are falling out, brother. I tell you, I don't know how we could have gotten to where we're at today without all of everything that you've done for us, Ron. And I truly appreciate it, and even in advance, because I know how much more work there is to be done here. But man, here's the rock star himself, Ron Pope. Take it away, buddy.
Excellent. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. And, just all the help that Steve and you and the programmers and Lawrence and everybody has just really come together here. And, you find out how good of a team you really have when you guys are, when you're put under pressure, when things don't roll out as smooth as you want them to, and you've got to quickly, regroup and bring everybody together and work through different data migrations and just all kinds. I mean, I can't tell you how many moving parts there are to this transition that we just did. And I just want to thank my team for, just everything that they've been doing. And, Mike, you included, and Steve, I know you're on the call right now. And man, Steve, if it wasn't for you, this weekend wouldn't have been, things would not be where they are right now. Let's put it that way. Steve and I worked nonstop through the weekend on all kinds of stuff. We kept our programmers up until 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, both Friday and Saturday, and it's just nonstop. So what I want to do though is I want to just, I want to kick this off. This is the first iGrow Network Jumpstart webinar, and this is a pivotal point because there are no more Leafit webinars. Okay, everything being done from this point forward is going to be iGrow Network. So with this being the very first one, I want to do just a proper introduction here, and I want to share my vision with where we're going to head with this company. I have been asked, and I accepted the position of CEO and co-founder of iGrow Network, and I'm honored to do that. I'm honored to build this business shoulder to shoulder, toe to toe with each and every one of you guys. And I've had for a very long time, I've had this inner desire that each person I come in contact with, that I do business with, I want to somehow impact their life and for a positive, not a negative impact, but a positive impact, and help them, understand how to create wealth and systems. And I've got a dream, and I've had this for a very long time, and about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I thought it was going to become a reality, but the company I was with wasn't the right company. And the CEO and I did not see eye to eye. There were some moral differences, and I walked away from that company. And at the time, I was about 92% of that overall company was in my organization. And but through there, we started getting a lot of international political connections, and it looked like I was going to finally be able to fulfill the dream of helping millions of people, change their life in a positive direction. When I walked away from that company, I didn't know if I was going to have that opportunity again, but I knew I couldn't stay there. And so I'm so excited to say that the iGrow Network has rekindled that dream, that possibility, to finally reach out and help millions of people worldwide. We're a real long-term generational, and I love this term, guys. I've owned companies by the name of Legacy for probably a decade and a half now, but legacy development company. What that means is that you guys have the opportunity to come over here, plant your feet, and really build something that's going to be able to be passed on to the next generation and the next generation, and create enough wealth. If you put the time into it, and you'll create significant amount of wealth here with us, guys, because of the viral nature that we have through the social networks. But to be able to say that we're a legacy development company, that's very strong, and I believe that, guys. I believe that we are somewhere that it's going to create a vacuum, and it's going to bring anybody who's in network marketing is going to pass through this company at some point in time. And I've got to say that I'm excited. I'm so excited to be here today and to be kicking off what we're kicking off. So this is a real opportunity, guys. This is not, some rev share program or, some little Ponzi scheme thing. This is a real company being founded from the ground up properly with compliance in mind. And so just take any doubt in your mind whether, we're going to be here in 10 years or 20 years and throw it out and fully commit to what you have here. Because I understand how to create wealth in systems. And that's what I want to teach you guys through the iGrow network and the different products that we roll out. I want to show you how to actually build something that's going to last, and not just through the networking industry, but you can also take these skills and go and build other businesses, have multiple streams of income. I personally believe in having 6 to 7 streams of income at all time. If one fails you, you've got the others to back it up. These are the types of principles that we want to bring forward and help you guys understand and help you develop in your own personal life. Okay, it's all of this, as you see on the screen. It's all of these things, and that iGrow has within it. Okay, and but there's something that you guys need to understand, and I think that in today's industry, the networking industry, people have jumped from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, looking for that quick money. And really what they have 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, is they've got nothing more than what they started with. They're still jumping from program to program and trying to find that one that's going to stick, and they don't want to put in any extra time more than they have to because they got their job. The reason they do that is because they don't believe in what they're working on. They don't have a unified mission with the corporate office. And they're always worried, if tomorrow, is my company still going to be here? Or is it going to be gone? I better jump into something else too now. Guys, believe, okay, that what you have your hands on here with iGrow Network is what you've been looking for. It is a real company. It is going to be here for you. All right? Have that conviction when you talk to your prospects as well. But what I want to let you know is that true success takes persistence. Okay? Trust me, in my life, I have been so persistent, and it's paid off. Okay? You can't be lazy. You can't let procrastination set in. You've got to give your whole self to this business and watch what happens. It will grow like nothing you've ever seen before. And that's why we brought the Inner Circle webinars together, is so that you guys could hear from the other leaders that it's already happening for, so that it can help build that belief up for you, so they can give you the golden nuggets and things that they've used in their business. But this is a real business, guys. Put some time in, fight the uphill battle, and watch what happens. Just don't ever give up on this business. And I think you're going to be so glad, and I look forward to seeing every single one of you at our first event. It's not scheduled yet, but we're already talking about it. So anyways, that was really the vision I wanted to share with you guys before we got started on all the housekeeping and stuff that we need to talk about tonight. Also, the mission of the company, the iGrow Network mission, is to create a global culture of leadership and community. We're a social media marketing company that's focused on creating relationships, all right? Building a global culture of leadership and community. We want to teach you guys, we want to slow things down a little bit, teach you guys how to build relationships, grabbing 3 to 5 people at a time, pouring your heart and soul into them, and helping them become leaders instead of just recruiting and recruiting and recruiting, and you're throwing mud at the wall, and you're never quite developing that leadership. Because I promise you, if you take the time to work with people, you can develop leaders. People want to be leaders. They want to be, looked up to. So help them with that. Bring in 3 to 5 people, work with them, help them bring in 3 to 5 who bring in 3 to 5, and create that duplication. That's what our mission is all about, is in developing that leadership and community. And through that, guys, through that duplication, through paying it forward, we're going to change lives globally. So anyways, I hope that really impacts you guys right there. What exactly is the iGrow Network? If you're not already familiar with it, the iGrow Network is a social media marketing company, okay? And we are the exclusive marketing arm for the Leafit social network. So what we are doing is we are focused in on building and teaching you guys skills to tap into the social networks to drive traffic back to your business, whether that be Leafit or any other business that you have, traditional, online, offline, networking, it doesn't matter. You can build any business through the iGrow Network. But one of our primary focuses is the Leafit social network because it's so hot and it's so viral. Let me show you something here, guys. This is just the beginning. Look at some of the other things that we have coming your way. We've got all kinds of different products that you guys will be able to sell here in the near future that all play into driving traffic from other social networks. We have one-click sharing coming your way, text messaging, mobile app builders, email and social tools. We've got marketing automation tools coming your way, Facebook posting tools. Guys, this is just the beginning. There's a whole lot more coming because by being the Agro network, we don't have to worry about convoluting the social network, Leafit social network anymore. We can now focus on full-on marketing. I mean, just full steam ahead. And if you haven't seen the new website, go check it out at igrownet.com, and you'll see that we've opened the door wide open for all that marketing. The website reflects it. It's a hot website, guys. Now let's jump into some of the housekeeping stuff here. The new back office went live Thursday night. We fixed several bugs. I don't know, 30, 40, 50 bugs in a matter of hours on Friday. And then we continued to work on the data migration over the weekend. So if you noticed your money tab was down, some of the data when it came over didn't come over properly, so we had to go back and manually migrate some of it. But we got that done. The money tab is now unlocked. We are still auditing against some of the old data, but it is unlocked, and you guys can go in there. You can request withdrawals, whatever you need to do. Then we've got the matrix cutoffs. They're now live. We talked about this a few months ago about having cutoffs for when people go into the matrix. Those are live tonight. Actually, will be the first time that we do this. It's Monday and Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Pacific are those cutoffs. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so let's say you had a bunch of people go through your lead capture page, but they haven't signed up yet. Okay, they're going to start getting emails. We should have those turned on tonight or tomorrow. But they'll start getting emails letting them know that, hey, X number of people just came in after you or just took the tour after you. And you got till Monday at 11:59 p.m. Pacific in order to get signed up and have those folks end up in your downline. Okay. Then again on Wednesday, we'll let them know that Thursday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific is another cutoff. And if they haven't already done so and they haven't already upgraded to associate status, do that right now. Okay, do it today. Do it before Thursday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific, or Monday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific. And so you guys will see a delay in order to make that happen. You guys see a little bit of a delay with people going into your matrix. It doesn't mean that they're not there. You will see them in your personals list, and so they haven't been lost. They just don't actually enter into the matrix until those 2 days, Monday and Thursday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific. Okay, so hopefully that was clear, and then they can still build. They can build right from the minute they sign up. They could be making Agro Network membership sales immediately, and their entire team will follow them right into the matrix in chronological order. Okay, let's see. We canceled all the Leafit webinars. And I know that's misspelled, I just saw that. But we canceled all the Leafit webinars. So please let your teams know that we did that in case there's any confusion. We did send an email out, but I'm not sure if it delivered before that happened. I've been busy over here and haven't been able to track that yet. But the reason we did that, guys, was that the Leafit webinars, we were not able to actually go in and edit the information, the pages, to iGrow, so we just recreated all new webinars. Okay, so that's why we went that direction with it. So again, email did go out. We'll send another one out tomorrow. But just make sure that as a leader, as somebody who has sponsored people into the company, you should be grabbing the emails from corporate when you get them. Don't assume that your downline got them because their email service might have blocked them. So grab every email and forward it out to your entire team. Just do that as a leader. And then put something in there for yourself as well at the top. Just say something from yourself to your team. It's really going to help in building your relationships and creating your next best friend, really. I mean, you don't know where these relationships could head. So, but just grab every communication from corporate and put a little message at the top. Something positive, something upbeat, whatever, and then forward it back out. And if you do that, the communication from corporate to the field is going to greatly improve if each and every one of you help us with that. Okay? There's tons of new features that we're still going that are still going into the new back office, guys. I mean, we have features that are planned for, a month, 2 months out already. I mean, major cutting edge type one-touch sharing, more reporting to make your guys' job easier. I know in the associate advisory board earlier, I was seeing a lot of messages go through. Hey, what about being able to see this feature or that feature? Can we see this, summary? We have all those things coming your guys' way. Internal messaging with your personals and your upline. Okay. And while we're on that, let me just touch on that for a moment. If in your guys' back office, if you go to the gear icon in the upper right-hand corner and click on edit public profile, if you go do that tonight, what that is that will allow your sponsor as well as your personals below you to see your contact information. Okay, so we have a little bit of information. The email. So if you click on my personals, you'll see their email there. And I just told the programmers to turn back on the phone number as well for you. That was not supposed to be left out. That was one of the things that got missed. So the phone numbers are going back up there if they're not already there already. But to get the full spectrum of contact information and who it is that you're working with, go in tonight and set up that edit personal or edit sponsor profile, edit public profile, there we go, and that will show up as the sponsor profile page. So your downline will see that, but also then your upline, when they go in and they look at my personals and they click view on your profile, it will actually take them over and they can see your Skype contact information, they can see your Facebook page, all of that stuff, whatever you put in there. So that's how you get your downline and your upline to have access to that. Okay. We're also working on summary of your unilevel. Hopefully that'll be up tomorrow. I was talking to the programmers about how we want that to look, and I think we can have that live tomorrow. And then we also have a summary coming on your matrix, kind of like we had in the old back office. And then, we're going to have a full matrix, a full unilevel viewer where you can actually go in and you'll see your personals and how many people they have under them. And then you can click on one of them and it'll expand that so you can actually see who those folks are below them. You won't have the contact information for anybody beyond your personals. And let me explain why. I've been in this industry a long time and I've seen a lot of good companies taken down because they gave full information or full access to contact information for the downline. And what happens is if somebody gets disgruntled and for whatever reason they want to leave the company and they've had access to all that data, then what's going to happen is they're going to grab all that and they're going to go and market another program to them, and it's going to hurt everybody in between. And so we don't give access to all that data. But what we are working on is in the internal messaging, we are looking at being able to give you guys access to communicate with your entire downline internally. Okay, so if you look in your back office at the upper left-hand corner, you see that globe. That's where the different push notifications and internal messaging will be showing up. So we are working to give you guys access to be able to communicate with your entire downline. Okay, so we're working on the most efficient way to do that. All right, I want to talk about with iGrow which webinars we have. Okay, we've got 6 opportunity webinars daily. Matter of fact, I just put a recorded webinar system in place over the weekend. And so if you go to the webinars page or the webinars button on the homepage of the replicated site, the new igrownet.com site, and you click on webinars, I think it's the first one right there is opportunity webinars. Okay, when you click on that, it's going to take you to it's going to take you over the registration page for the automated system. Okay, that'll give you 6 opportunity webinars daily. So you can be driving your folks over there. And what's really cool about that system is people can choose a certain time that they want to schedule and then come back and watch it, or they can choose to watch yesterday's webinar now, which means they literally can go in there and watch it immediately right now. So check out that system if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen the new opportunity webinar yet, go watch it because it's very important that you guys understand the messaging as soon as possible. Okay. We have still, obviously, the Monday night corporate jumpstart webinars. Tuesday nights are going to change to an iGrow 60 webinar, which is going to be more about the culture and the atmosphere over here, and what you guys can expect with the iGrow network. I'm not sure yet if tomorrow's is going to be an iGrow 60 webinar or if we're going to continue one more week with the Inner Circle. I'm still working on that PowerPoint. So if we can get it done before tomorrow night, we'll do an iGrow 60. Otherwise, it'll be an Inner Circle webinar. Either way, it'll be dynamic and exciting for you guys. We've got some great speakers already lined up for tomorrow night. Wednesday night, we're going to continue with the live Q&A webinars, so we're not doing away with that. That's a very popular webinar, and I think more now than ever, you should be on that Wednesday night and plugging in and asking your questions if there's anything that you're unsure of. Then we got Thursday night Inner Circle webinars. So we kept the Inner Circle for Thursday nights. So the only change on Inner Circle was Tuesday is going to be changing to the iGrow 60 webinar. Okay, so that's our weekly lineup of webinars that we have coming your guys' way. I'm going to make some announcements here at the end of the call about some more webinars that we're going to be doing. So stay tuned. Do not leave the webinar tonight. You really need to be here. Now, we're hearing that some people are not getting their passwords delivered to them. So what I would suggest is that you whitelist notice at igrowmail.com. Okay, so when you go to log into your new back office and you follow those instructions, if you're not getting that email, then what you need to do is you need to go to the bottom of the replicated homepage and click on Contact Us and send in a support ticket, and they'll respond as quickly as possible and get your password back to you. I've been extremely impressed with our customer service through all this. They're doing a great job. They're keeping the tickets down and working through them very, very quickly. But just make sure, if you haven't already done this, everybody should do this, okay? Go into your contacts and whitelist notice at igrowmail.com. Do that tonight, and what that does too is it tells your different email services that igrowmail.com is a trusted provider here, okay? So make sure that you do that. And then another thing that I want to bring up while we're on the whitelisting and stuff is if you did get an email from us that ended up in your spam or your junk folder, make sure that before you just move that over to your inbox, make sure that you click the button that says this is not spam. This is not spam. Because that'll, again, tell your email provider it's okay to receive email from us. Okay? And the more that we do this, the better our email server will get and our deliverability will improve. There's only so much that we can do from our end to get emails into your inbox. Okay? So if you haven't done that, please do that tonight. So I'm giving you just a couple of homework things to do here, guys. Next, let's talk about the Leafit status. What's going on over at Leafit? Now, just so you guys understand, I'm going to back up just for a second. The ownership has not changed hands. We did not sell off the marketing arm. Okay, we have the same principles involved in both companies, but they are two separate entities. Such as Lawrence Sowell, the CEO of Leafit, is now the Chief Technology Officer for the iGrow Network. Okay, myself, I'm still the Chief Operations Officer at Leafit, but I'm also the CEO of the iGrow Network. So we didn't sell it off. We separated the two of them. If you guys are still a little confused why we did that, again, we separated the two so we didn't convolute the social network, because we expect, guys, these are our goals over here. We may exceed this goal, but our goal is to have 1 million associates with the iGrow network and over 100 million users through the Leafit social network. Okay, so that's why we did that, though, is that a lot of folks, as you can see, about 1% of the folks that come in will want to do networking. The others are just going to want to use the social network. So that's why we kept it clean. It helps you guys in your marketing efforts as well. If you market as a professional and you sort your list, then what you're going to see is as you're going down through your list, you go, yeah, this person here would be interested in a network marketing company, and this one over here would never be. That one there that would never be interested, send them to your leafit.com/your username. You still have that. Okay, and that is over there to direct the traffic that would not be interested in network marketing. They would only be interested in the social network / maybe an affiliate program. Okay, So if somebody is interested in making money over there. Now, remember, guys, that whether they're a free affiliate or a paid associate with the iGrow Network, it doesn't matter. You're still going to make money with these folks. They still have an opportunity to make money. So hopefully that separation makes sense to you guys there. But what's going on with the Leafit social network right now? Facebook found the issue. Okay, so a lot of people thought it was on our side that they couldn't share their Leafs to Facebook. It was not on our side, actually, and Facebook found it on their side, and they got it fixed, and it has been updated. So now, if you have been waiting to share your Leafs to Facebook, you can now do that. Okay, we did not have to wait for any kind of an update or iTunes approval or anything because it was in the back end. So that is live right now. So if you want to try that tonight, go and try that as well. 99% of all the bugs are fixed right now. Bugs are typical, guys, in any network, especially a very robust network. So it's typical. I mean, anything that you look at Amazon, look at Facebook, Twitter, Google even, okay? They have hundreds of bugs, but their users just accept it, okay? Some you notice, some you don't. But bugs are typical, and even though we've got about 99% of the bugs fixed right now over there with the app, I got to tell you that each new update that we do, each enhancement that we do, anything like that, it's going to create more bugs. It just happens. If you've never been involved in programming, or your downline has never been involved in anything like this, pass that message along. Okay, bugs are typical. We're always going to be dealing with them because we're always going to be progressing and enhancing and being cutting edge. And in order to do that, we're going to have to deal with bugs. It's just part of our life. Guys, we expect the input. We want input from you. This is your company too. You can be part of the solution. Okay, so let me talk to you real quick about how to download the app if you're new and you haven't done this yet. Make sure that you join the iGrow network through the normal process. Get your sponsor's username, go to the replicated site, join as an affiliate or as an associate. Okay. Now there's the thing: people can join as an affiliate either at the Leafit.com or at the iGrownet.com. Okay. Affiliate can be signed up either place. Associates can only join at iGrow Network. Okay. So iGrownet.com. But once you've joined, then log into your back office with the device, okay, that you want to actually be downloading the app to, and you're going to go to Products, and under Products is where you're going to click on the Leafit and then download the app from there. Okay. Oh, I guess I didn't have that page load correctly. Sorry about that, guys. Now, another thing that we want to request that you guys do is if you have not rated the app in the iTunes store, go give it a 5-star review tonight, because great reviews move the app up the search engine and makes the Leafit app look like the network that people want to be joining. So if they're doing research and stuff and they're looking into it, that's one more way that you can make the network look even better, is for each one of you guys to go give it a 5-star review tonight. All right, so if you haven't done that already, go to the page, go to iTunes, go to the page where the It app is, and give it a 5-star review. I'm giving you guys all those golden nuggets on ways to make it easier, okay, to build your social networks, to build your teams, to build your business, okay? So these are some of the different things. Hopefully you're writing these down as we go through them tonight. If everybody was to go and do all this stuff tonight and pass these messages along to their teams, watch what happens within the next 7 days to your teams. They'll literally explode. Okay, now we've got something new that we want to roll out to you guys. Again, if you haven't seen the new opportunity webinar, you may not be familiar with this yet, but it's called the IG3K Club. And matter of fact, Mike Green came up with this. Mike, why don't you unmute for just a second? Are you with me, sir? Okay. Well, let me know when you unmute, Mike. I'm going to go ahead and continue forward. But the IG3K Club, guys, it's very exclusive. Okay, we're going to have a maximum of 3,000 associates entering into this club. And the qualifications to get into it, I'm going to tell you the benefits here in a moment, but the qualifications to get in are really, really easy. I mean, it's going to be an all-out race to get into this club, but it's simple. Okay, maintain your own iGrow Network associate status. All right, stay current. Next, maintain 3 personally referred iGrow Network monthly memberships. Not real difficult to do here, guys. So get 3 associates signed up and maintain those, keep them active, and you qualify. Where it's only the first. Okay, so now that I say that, you see this? It's only the first 3,000 people that even get into this club. Everybody on this call here tonight should be in this club already. And if you're not, go out and get your 3. And then help your folks do the same thing. Remember, get 3 to 5, and then help them get 3 to 5, who get 3 to 5, and build those relationships on down. You're going to enter into the IG3K club if you do that and you do it quickly. Should you fall out of qualification, okay, you'll have 30 days to meet the qualifications again before your spot's given up in the IG3K club is given up to the next qualified iGrow associate, because there's going to be folks here in the next few months that are going to be qualified but can't get in because the 3,000 is already taken up. Okay, so make sure you get in it right away. Make sure you stay qualified, and if you ever fall out of qualification, you'll get a notice, and then you just got to quickly get that. Well, you got 30 days, but quickly reestablish those requirements. What do you get for being in the IG3K club? Now we ran this by the Associate Advisory Board before we rolled it out to you guys, and it was unanimous. I mean, they were ecstatic about it. Let me show you what you guys are going to get. One of the benefits in the IG3K is an equal share of all the VIP pool. That's viral installs pool. Okay, those are the app downloads that are happening when people just stumble across the app in the iTunes store. Now, right now, there's not a lot of those just stumbling across it because the popularity of the app has not gone up yet. But think about this, okay? Think about this for a second. What happens when it becomes a household name? What happens when people know that as well as they know Twitter? Okay? What happens, even something a little sooner, I expect this to happen in the next 30 days, but what happens when the Enterprise's television broadcast airs? Okay? That's going to air 18 times regionally and 2 times nationally. So we've got different regions picked out around the world or around the country here where that's going to air. And then not only is it going to air, it's also going to go on the front end of our website. What's going to happen when that happens? This is literally going to be going viral at that point. I mean, it's going to touch millions and millions, tens of millions, maybe even hundreds of millions of households literally overnight. And those folks that go to the iTunes store to find out what is this it app from Leafit? What is that? All right, so they go to the iTunes store to look it up, and what's happening is they're going in without a sponsor. Well, corporate doesn't keep those. Okay, all of those have to be sorted out to somebody. So we created a VIP pool, a viral installs pool, and if you get into the IG3K club, you're one of those first 3,000. You're going to get an equal portion of those folks falling into your vine. Okay, which means that those affiliates, as they are coming in, are being assigned to you. Which means that if they're getting any commission off of the content they're posting, you're making an override on it. I mean, we're going to feed you people. Watch this. You're also going to get double e-commerce commissions for the entire time that you're in the IG3K club. If you never fall out of qualification, that could be for life right there, guys, on all 9 generations. So if you're wondering how much that is, go back and look at your the comp plan tonight and pull up the e-commerce commissions. Check it out. Get twice the commissions than anybody else on all 9 generations. I mean, that is significant right there, guys. That's the IG3K club. And with that, I want to roll this right into the announcement that, guys, we're kicking off a 90-day blitz. Okay, this is something I've been doing since about 1998. Mike Green also has been doing blitz for a long time, and I mean, as seasoned professionals from the industry, if you're a seasoned professional, I should say, in the industry, you've probably heard of blitzes before. But we're going to kick it off this Wednesday, October 22nd, and we're going to do it for 90 days. All right, and I'm going to show you the schedule here in just a second, but this is going to help create a lot of momentum for you guys in your teams. And I got to tell you, corporate and the Associate Advisory Board leaders, they are all stepping up. And it is incredible what we've been able to come together as a team and put together for you guys. All right, we've got a webinar that, matter of fact, Mike Green developed the PowerPoint for it. This webinar is going to be done in 15 to 20 minutes. That's it. It's getting right to the point. It's exciting, and it is going. You guys drive the traffic to this blitz, to these webinars, and we'll do all the telling and selling for you guys. Okay, it's insane what can happen through these things. I have literally watched organizations explode into tens of thousands of people in a very short amount of time when a team honestly plugs in and everybody in that team plugs into the 90-day blitz. It's incredible what happens. Now, all the times that I'm going to show you guys are in Pacific Standard Time for simplicity for the webinar tonight. We will be listing those in multiple different time zones on the website, though. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. 7 webinars every single day, every day, Monday through Friday. This is in addition to that recorded system that already has 6 webinars. So you got 13 webinars a day that you can plug your prospects into. You have no excuses now on, hey, I didn't have a webinar available to me. 13 a day, 7 live webinars Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. That's 1 o'clock. If you're wondering why we're doing a 5 a.m., it's 1 o'clock UK time. Okay, we got a really good team growing out there in the UK, and Martin Regan has actually volunteered to step up and host all of those 5 a.m. ones because it's 1 o'clock his time in the UK. Then we got 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m., 3, 5, 7, and 8. All right, you'll notice that we're straddling the corporate webinars right there at 6 o'clock. Next, we got 2 webinars on Saturday. Again, Martin, thank you so much for taking that 5 a.m. I wasn't going to personally do it, but 1 p.m. UK, and then we got another. So we got 5 a.m. Pacific, and we got 12 p.m. Pacific. All right. So whatever time zone you're in, just kind of translate those to your own time zone. But 2 on Saturdays, and Martin's a diehard, guys. I got to tell you, he's doing this 7 days a week. There's 1 webinar on Sundays. If you want to plug into a 5 a.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock p.m. UK time, Martin's going to be hosting one on Sunday. Now, I called Martin out on that because he's doing it 7 days a week. We got a lot of folks that are doing 5 days a week from the AAB, and I don't want to leave you guys out. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for volunteering your time and committing to help the teams internationally grow. So, guys, we're committed to growing. You should too. If we get together and we do this as a team, we will literally rock this and change lives in the next 90 days. You can do anything for 3 months. And if you need to take Sundays off to recuperate, do it. But, guys, plug your team in. You will not see anything, again, like this with this type of energy, this type of momentum. This is going to be what puts iGrow Network and Leafit on the map. So plug into that, guys. And with that, we've come to the end here of the webinar, but I just want to ask, Mike, are you here? Are you with me?
I was on mute, but I'm back. I'm back. I was
Excellent.
on mute. Can you hear me?
Before I close this out, do you have anything that you want to cover, anything that I didn't cover here? I know so many things have been going on. I may have missed something. And you've been so vital to this whole transition. I just want to give you an opportunity to speak.
Well, all I can tell you is I'm pretty darn excited. Not pretty darn. I'm off the charts excited about this 90-day blitz. I've always felt that when people can feel the energy coming from some of the leaders here at Leafit, that this is going to be broadcast. I think we've got a total of 6 different leaders that are going to be presenting this webinar throughout the day. So I don't think we've named them yet, but I'm almost thinking coffee with Elise. I think Elise took that 8 a.m. slot here on the West Coast. So it's coffee with Elise or lunch with Larry. I'm not sure who's doing the noon webinar, but you know what I mean. I mean, it's almost like a radio station, but you're going to be able to take your friends and plug them right into a webinar. And at the end of every single webinar, we're going to be telling people, look, we're going to be back here. Sometimes it's just an hour later. So we're going to be back here in an hour, or we're going to be back here in 2 hours. Plenty of time for you to join our social network. Get all the way through the associate process, invite a few friends, and bring them back to the very next webinar. So it becomes a snowball effect. You can literally turn your business into the ability to grow and watch it grow on a daily basis. If you take this serious, it will be serious for you. If you really took that extra effort to say, you know what, every single day, I know there's one webinar I can make out of all these that are being done. I'm going to go to that one. But I know I've got a friend that can't make it until 3 o'clock p.m., Pacific Standard Time, because that's 7 a.m. in the Pacific Rim. But I'm going to call him, and I'm going to get him to that webinar at 3 p.m. So you're going to have the ability to manage and push people to a live event full of energy, full of excitement, on every single one of them. So using that as the tool to launch your social network, I think is huge. But it is, and I think one of the last questions we got, Ron, was, you know, are all of those going to be in English? Unfortunately, that's the only language I know. And I think pretty much everybody else other than Martin, that's the only language we know. Martin speaks that other English, right? But I'll tell you, the webinar that was put together is easily translatable. As people step forward, as leaders step forward, because we can have it translated into another language, but I can't speak that language. So we're going to need somebody, another leader out in the field that does have that ability to speak a different language, you know, come in, help us translate it, because again, it's going to be very easily translated to a different language, very easy, and we'll get that done, and then you can just join, you know, that we'll get a time slot for you and say, here's the one that's going off in Spanish, or here's the one that's going off in French, or here's the one that's going off in whatever, okay? But it's going to be exciting, Ron. That's all I can tell you. It's going to be extremely exciting to watch the groups come together in that team environment of everybody pushing forward with this program. So I'm just ecstatic. I can't wait.
Absolutely. And you know, Mike, do you see the screen up in front of you here? I put the
I do. I do.
yeah. You know, Mike, I'm going to call you out again here, man. And you're a monster, dude. I mean, look at this. You've got you're doing this 5 days a week, and 1, 2, 3, 4 different times that you're doing 5 days a week. I mean, it's incredible. And then on top of that, we've got Martin, we've got Elise, we've got Glenn. Let's see, we've got Will Cormany, Justin Halliday, and you know. So guys, as this progresses in the next 90 days, this is going to change around a little bit. I see, you know, more leaders starting to step up, and we'll be expanding the Associate Advisory Board. We've got a lot of applications to be part of the Associate Advisory Board that we have not even had the chance to get to. And so we'll be, you know, we'll be expanding the Associate Advisory Board there as well, and which will bring more leaders, you know, to the table. And you know, so you'll see some of those names over the next, you know, I would say probably 30 to 60 days start to change out. But just the fact that, you know, the leaders have stepped up and committed their time and